Scouting bets. Week 5 is over. Week 6 is here. Not gonna lie, week 5 sucked. I completely got my ass kicked week 5. Sorry guys last week for those picks because not gonna lie, they all sucked. None of those tickets hit, which is definitely disappointing for week 5. Woke up, Packers were 20-10. I'm like, okay, cool. We're gonna have a good day. Let me get dressed. Let me get ready. Let me hit the casino. Let me put the Packers game back on. Let me just make sure we're good. And as soon as I turn the game on, what is it? 27-20. Rodgers at the goal line, and they can't get 2 yards. And that was kind of the downward spiral of the day. But parity in the NFL is just going ham right now. I never thought we would see Aaron Rodgers can't get 2 points, 2 yards against the Giants. Giants somehow got that win. Shut out the Packers second half. I mean, that was crazy. And also, Dolphins injuries. Teddy Bridgewater injured. Third string quarterback. I mean, what do you expect? Just a brutal week 5. But week 6 is here. We've got to bounce back from week 5. Week 5 was just too rough, but week 6 is here. Let's just get into some of these games. So as you can see, you got Commanders, Bears Thursday night. These Thursday games have been a little ugly these last couple of weeks. I think this is going to be another one with Commanders, Bears. Definitely not touching that game this Thursday, but the play that I would make for this one is definitely the under. Just two teams, and the Commanders, they're not clicking on offense right now. Bears have a little bit more of a chance. Justin Fields can make some things happen, but definitely not the two of the top scoring teams in the league, I guess you would put it. Coming off a short week Thursday night, I'll take the under there. Be safer. I like to do teasers. I'll definitely tease the under there just to be safe. But these are all of the games here. A couple key games. Also, I'm an Eagles fan. Eagles are killing it right now. Undefeated, the only undefeated team. The NFC least has finally turned back into the NFC East. Eagles are doing their thing. I don't like the Cowboys, but the Cowboys are doing their thing. And, the Giants also, all three teams are pretty much dominating right now. Giants getting some ugly wins this season. But, hey, I mean, they're dominant right now. The NFC East is looking very strong. The Commanders, of course, are at the bottom of the barrel. But, hey, 3 out of 4 teams in that division is really strong. You have Eagles, Cowboys. Eagles are at home. Right now, Eagles are 5.5. Cowboys on the road. Dak looks like he's still not going to play. I like Eagles to win that game. I don't know about the 5.5 just because of the Cowboys defense. Cowboys defense is real. Let's not sleep on the Cowboys defense. And let's face it, that is one of the main reasons why they are winning games. But I think the Eagles right now, they're just playing everyone. They just look really good, just balanced everywhere. Offensively, defensively, running the ball. Jalen Hurts looks good. I mean, Eagles are home. I definitely like the Eagles there, but I don't know about covering a 5.5 against a really good Cowboys team. Cooper Rush, I mean, say what you want, but the guy is not losing games. At the end of the day, it's all about winning. Dak, everyone's saying, Dak's job is safe and this and that. I don't know. If somehow, some way, the Cowboys pull off this win against the Eagles, I mean, I think you got to start thinking, just leave him in there. That's how Brady got his job. That's how Dak got his job. Injuries, sometimes you can lose your job. So I don't know in that one, but it should be a good game. But I like the Eagles at home to win that one. 5.5 might be a little too much in that one as well. And then another game that I'm looking at is 49ers Falcons. This is a very, very interesting game because the two sides, there's definitely a good point on both sides. So this is why I'm thinking of taking the Falcons in this one. So as you know, the Falcons their straight up record is not the best. They have a losing record. They just lost against the Buccaneers, a really good team against the Buccaneers. But through 5 weeks, this is just a reminder to everyone, through 5 weeks, the Falcons are undefeated against the spread. That is insane. Even though they're losing games, they are playing everyone tough, and they are covering the spread every single week. If you had just rolled the Falcons for 5 weeks, you'd be up huge right now. But here's the other thing on that game. And I'm backing the Falcons, by the way, because you know what? I'm just going to ride the wave. They've been facing everyone tough, and they're going undefeated. I'm riding the Falcons in that game. But just a heads up on the both sides, the 49ers. This is a very, very interesting, weird stat. They're staying on the East Coast, so they're not going back home. Under the Shanahan era, every single time they've done this, they've gone 4-0. 4-0 straight up, 4-0 against the spread when they stay. They don't fly back home. They stay on the East Coast. They're staying on the East Coast again to face the Falcons. But when they come back home, which is another weird stat, and this all lines up when they do this, when they come back home from that game, they always lose. So, you know, what's going to give in this game? You know, does the Falcons just keep covering the spread, or does that 49ers history of staying on the East Coast and winning keep happening and then losing the following week? I'm backing history right now and the Falcons right now. Falcons are home. I'm going to take the Falcons also in that game. And right above that, you see Vikings, Dolphins. Last week, Dolphins just completely just blew up our ticket. You know, and at the end of the day, I think no fault to really. It was just a victim of circumstance, just injuries. You know, you can't predict injuries in a game. And just when you're just down to your third string quarterback, you know, the guy didn't even expect to play. That's what's going to happen. You know, you're going to lose against the Jets. The Jets, you know, don't get me wrong, they can make some defensive plays, you know, not the best team in the league, but when you're down to your third string quarterback, that just gives you a very, very hard time to win. And Dolphins just been suffering from, you know, injuries right now. But in that game, I feel like no matter what, you got to take the Vikings. You know, that -3 spread is low. It's definitely a little worrying. Why is it so low? Vikings coming off, you know, a tight win, but I like the Vikings there all day. Give me the Vikings in that one. And, you know, what are you guys going to do with the Jets-Packers? Because, you know, the Packers just have not been looking good lately. -7, you know, they lost against the Giants. I don't know, you know, should you overreact or not? Jets, the other week, we took the Jets to cover against the Steelers. That was a good bet. I really think Jets +7, I know this sounds bold, but the Packers, I mean, they got to figure some things out. They have some problems, offensive problems. They let the Giants just run all over them, score consecutive points with no answers. Something is going on. Someone on that team has to step up. I think a good underdog play right there is maybe taking the Jets on that one. Just that was a bad loss. And then also the Packers, you know, coming back from London, you know, who knows what the hangover is with that. But Zach Wilson is back. I mean, he's giving the Jets new life. So I don't know. But I kind of like the Jets +7 in that game. Just Packers have a lot of issues right now that they can't solve. They seem to be blowing games at key moments. Can't make key plays at key moments as well. But let me just get into, instead of getting all of these games, let me just get into some of my tickets so far this week. So back with the teaser, of course. Last week, you know, the Bucs did good. We picked them on a teaser, and of course, they did cover, but we missed that game by 1, of course, with who? The Green Bay Packers. So I'm doing a 7-point teaser again, taking the Bucs -1.5 against the Steelers. Steelers got completely just embarrassed, got blown out last week. Bills cover that 14-point spread. And then I'm also taking the Ravens against the Giants. Giants, you know, hey, good win. You blew up my ticket last week, but the Giants had a good win against the Packers. Packers are still a pretty good football team, still going through their own issues, but Giants, they stole a win. Say whatever you want, but Giants have been winning games, but I think the Ravens at the end of the day are the better team. I think this is one of the bigger tests for the Giants right now, coming with Lamar Jackson in that game. I just think that the Ravens can beat the Giants, and I'm not quick to just hop on the Giants bandwagon right Not yet. I think it's too early in the season. And then, of course, like I said, I'm going to take the Vikings just to be safe. Because some weird things through 5 weeks, a lot of weird things have been happening in the NFL every single week. The days of just knowing, the Patriots back in the day are going to stomp everyone. The Colts are going to stomp everyone. The Broncos are going to stomp everyone. The Packers are going to just go through everyone, and Rodgers is going to light everyone up for 30, 40 points. Those days are over. And I'm starting to realize that, and definitely every single week, it doesn't matter who, anyone has a winning chance. And especially when you factor in injuries, anyone has a winning chance. But I'm doing these three teams on that teaser. And let me just get into a little dog pick. Definitely taking, I'm doing, nothing crazy, but a dog pick of the Giants, Cowboys, and Jets. Only put in $50. But these are the 3 dogs. I do like the Eagles to win in that game, but like I said, a 6-point spread. I don't know with the Cowboys defense. Cowboys have been hot. Cooper Rush has been playing pretty much mistake-free football, which the Cowboys needed for a long time, because always in the end, the Cowboys look good on paper, but they always blow it. That's I've always said the Cowboys, no matter what, they're just going to blow it somehow, some way, and this season, they have not been. So this is my dog pick, Cowboys, Giants. Now the Ravens, they've had their struggles too. They been giving up some leads, let some teams come back in the game. They had some tough losses by, less than a field goal. So this is just my dog pick. Jets, Giants, Cowboys. Definitely a good chance of hitting. Not going too crazy with it, of course, but once again, maybe you take 2 out of the 3. Out of all of these, but that's my dog pick. That's my teaser, and I have one more here for you. I'm taking the Chiefs. Their Chiefs are plus 2.5. I bought a half point at 3, and then I'm gonna ride the Falcons to still continue covering that spread in this one. Chiefs versus Bills, 2 teams that probably in the AFC. One of these 2 teams are probably going to go to the Super Bowl. I was big on the Bills making it to the Super Bowl this year, knocking off the Chiefs. That might be true. The word is still out on that. But I think when you put the Chiefs at home, coming off that win against the Raiders, give me the Chiefs. If you can get plus points with the Chiefs, I think the smart move really is even teasing the Chiefs up to 9.5 or even more. I think you're definitely safe with that, because Chiefs have been looking real good. Travis Kelce has been looking like a monster all season long. But these are my picks so far for week 6. And I like for Monday night, you got Broncos, Chargers. I like the Chargers. I know -6 to me seems way too high, because the Chargers, they haven't been really the ideal team to lay 6 points against anyone, but the Broncos look bad. Coach is on the hot seat. I mean, he might get blown out after this game. I like the Chargers in this one. I still don't know if I want to take the -6 yet, but I really, really like the Chargers. At least I'm very confident the Chargers are going to win that game, because, Russ looks like, Broncos look like they just got the worst NFL contract with Russell Wilson. I don't know what's going on. I think he has a shoulder injury, but that's no excuse. That offense looks like trash. So, the verdict is out on that -6, but I definitely like the Chargers there. I'm still going to think about it. Definitely leaning for taking that -6 against the Chargers, but we will see. These are all of the games, guys. Good luck. Watch out for parity in the NFL. It's a killer right now, but this is week 6, guys. Let me know what you're thinking. Drop your comments, drop your bets in the comment section. Please let me know. Let's have a bounce back week this week. Scouting Bets.